Hi everyone, I am a verified educator on the Unacademy Plus platform and there is a very big news for all of you. We have started several batch courses for the inorganic chemistry. My first batch course you have seen of unit 1st, unit 2nd and unit 3rd that I have started from 11th of October. You can see that. Okay. Now we are seeing here the batch course for the chemistry of main group elements or the chemistry of p block elements. Okay. So here we will see whole important topics and whole solutions of p block elements. Okay. And there are several other features on the Unacademy Plus platform, like you can raise your hands, you can ask about your doubts, you will have educators and several more. So subscribe the Unacademy. Thank you. Hi everyone, I am Priyanka Jain. Welcome you all in the chemistry classes. We are watching here the videos for the solutions of TIFR 2021. Okay, and I have given you a news about the date of the CSIR UGC NET exam. Okay, so soon we will release a video that is based on the strategy for the CSIR UGC NET, how to prepare for the CSIR UGC NET 2022 in just 2 minutes, how we can prepare. Okay, so we will launch just a video. So see here, what is the question that we have seen here from the TFIR 2021. The first question, I have here taken two questions. Okay, and this question is based on the molar extension coefficient. In this question you can see what is asked to us: a 1 millimeter thick transparent crystal of a metalloprotein absorbs 75% of the incident light of wavelength 500 nanometer. Okay, and we have asked about the extension coefficient. What is the extension coefficient? The density of the crystal is 1.5 grams per cc and the molecular weight of the protein is 100 kilodalton. Okay, we have given four different options. Okay, so now see how to do this question. Firstly, we have given the molar mass of protein. See, this is the molar mass of protein that is given to us. What is it? It is 100 kilodalton. Okay, if we convert it to the gram per mole, then it will be 100 into 1000. Okay, we have to multiply it by 1000. So we are getting 10 to power 5 grams per mole. Right? Now we know the molar mass of the protein. Okay. Then what we have to do? We have given that the protein absorbs 75% of the incident light. It means 75% of the light is being absorbed. Okay, 75% is being absorbed. So the transmitted light will be 25%. Okay, so the transmitted light is 25%. And we know there is a formula that the absorbance is equal to logarithm of 1 upon t, right? So we can write here that the 1/4 of the incident light, okay, 1/4 of the I naught. I naught is the incident light. So 1/4 of the incident light is being transmitted. This will be equal to transmitted light intensity. Okay, so we can write A is equal to logarithm of 1 upon t, that is equal to logarithm of 1 upon 1 by 4. Okay, here you can write I naught. Okay, if you are writing here I naught, then here you can write I naught. So this will be equal to logarithm of 4. Right, now we know that there is another formula. A is equal to epsilon Cl. Here epsilon is the molar extension coefficient, C is called the concentration and L is the length. The length is given to us L. Length is given to us, that is 1 millimeter. Okay, so it will be equal to 10 to power minus 1 centimeter, because we have to take in the length in the centimeter. Right, now we have to find out the concentration. So we have given the density. Okay, we have given the density. Density of the crystal is given to us, that is 1.5 grams per cc. Okay, cc means, what is the meaning of cc? It means centimeter cubes, or we can call it milliliter. Okay, so in 1 milliliter we know there is 1.5 grams of the protein, or we can call it, if we divide it by the molar mass, it means by 10 to power 5, then what we are getting? We are getting the number of moles. So it will be equal to moles. It means in 1 milliliter such a moles are present. Okay, so now we have to find out in the 1000 ml. Okay, it means if 1 liter, In 1 liter, we have to find out the number of moles. That will be called the concentration. So just what you have to do, you have to multiply it with the 1000. So this will be your number of moles that are present in 1 liter. So this will be called the concentration. Okay, just you have to put this value. So value of A is equal to logarithm of K, right? So we can write here epsilon and C value is 1.5 upon 10 to power 5 into 1000, and then just put the value of L, that is 10 to power minus 1, and this will be equal to A. It means logarithm of K, logarithm of 4. Okay, and this logarithm of 4 we can write it in this form, 2 log 2. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 into 0.3010. Now you can solve this value. Okay, if you are solving it, you will get your answer is equal to 400 mole inverse 1 centimeter inverse 1. Okay, so this is your answer, 400 per mole per centimeter. This is your molar extension coefficient. Okay, now see this question. We have given, consider the following chemical reactions in the gaseous phase. We have given reaction first, H is reacting with D2 and it is forming HD. Okay, and here in the reaction second, D is reacting with H2 and it is forming HD plus H. Now we have to find out which statement is true. Either the reaction 1 is endothermic and reaction 2 is endothermic, or the reaction 1 is endothermic and reaction 2 is exothermic, or both the reactions are thermoneutral as they involve isotopes. Okay, and then we have given reaction 1 is exothermic and reaction 2 is exothermic. Okay, so how to do this question? For this question, you have to see the stability. Okay, we know that the deuterium is more stable as compared to HT. Deuterium is more stable than the HT. Okay, so we can write that this D2 is more stable as compared to HT. So this will have less energy as compared to this. Whenever a system is more stable, then it will have less energy. Okay, so we can write in this manner. If we are making the energy level diagram, then D2 will be here. Okay, D2 will be at this position and HT will be here, right? So you can see here that this is having the less energy and this is having the more energy. It means the energy is being absorbed. If this reaction happens, then the energy will be absorbed. It means this reaction will be endothermic, right? So now we know that the reaction 1 is endothermic. Okay, so this option and this option is not correct. Now see, out of these two options, see the reaction number 2. Here what is happening, this H2 is converting to HD. Okay, and we know that HD is more stable. HD is more stable as compared to H2, right? It means it is having the lesser energy. So we will make a energy level diagram in this manner. Okay, so you can see that H2 is having the higher energy. Okay, so it will be here, right? And HD is more stable. HD is more stable, so it is having the lesser energy, right? So it will be at this position. This is having higher energy because it is less stable, and it is having lesser energy because it is more stable. Okay, so when the reaction process in this manner, it means from the level of higher energy to a level of lower energy, then the energy will be evolved. So the reaction will be exothermic. Okay, so the reaction 2 is exothermic. Okay, so this option you can see, this is yellow marked. Reaction 1 is endothermic and reaction 2 is exothermic. This is the right answer. Okay, so in this way you have to do this question. Meet you in the next video. Thank you.